Hey, Hot Mess Express, thank you. Highly appreciate you, Hot Mess Express. Hey, what up, Diamond Girl? If you will. All right. Let me make sure all the sound effects are working. What up, Christy? How's it going? All right.
Who wants to hear a fart?
Who wants to hear a what?
A fart.
A fart. Why would somebody want to hear a fart for?
Yeah, I got a balloon.
Let me see. Oh, James, what do you think? We are gonna, man, we're gonna have a little bit of DUIs. We're gonna have a little shoplifting from Circle K, Walmart, and Target.
Can you blow this up? A little bit, okay? A little bit. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, now we're gonna hear a big giant fart.
Hey, what up, Allison? What up, Make Money? What's up? What's up with that Mad Dog 2020? Hey, what up, Brissa? How's it going? All right. Make Money says he's innocent and he pleads the fifth. Hey, I say this is not your first rodeo. You're definitely a quick learner. Let me see over here. Analytics. Hey, what up? Hey, welcome back. Hey, Silas is back. He's back in the house, if you will. Hey, what up, Raven? How's it going? Hey, what up, Lou, if you will? Nessa, if you will. Hey, what up, Princess? What up, Frank? What up, Vicky?
We're gonna hear another fart.
We're gonna hear another. What the what? All right, Silas. Can you hear me, Silas?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Silas is on. All right. Yep. All right. Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm gonna.
I think I'm gonna get my headphones.
Yeah, that'll be probably best, if you will.
Let's see.
What up, Megan? How's it going? Hey, thank you. Highly appreciate that. Hey, so earlier on, I had one of the. So I'm not sure if you guys recall, but we had a viewer that her handle is River, or part of her handle is River, and she was asking me how come I wasn't answering her question, and I didn't know what she was talking about. Kayla, thank you. So after the live was over, she sent me a message and she was asking me how can she send Silas gifts, and I was like, I don't know. Like to be quite honest with you, I'm not sure. Like when Silas is on here, like on this little square here, I don't know how you could send gifts. Can you send gifts when you have somebody on there? For those of you that are professionals here on TikTok, can you guys share a little bit light? Hey, that's right, Megan, coming in from down under, if you will. Appreciate you. Knicks were down 25 points and won. What the what?
All right.
Oh, so
All right, so I got you, Jay.
So you could send Silas. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm not sure how to do it. What do? You just click on this. You click on the little square or what? How does that work? Hey, Rissa, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for that finger heart. Highly appreciate you. Baby girl, right? Yes, you can. Okay. So apparently there's a way, but I don't know how to do it. Hey, what up, Adam? How does it go, if you will?
I saw in the upper left-hand corner there was something like some little thing like a count that we were on last time, and I don't know what it was. It was like it's kind of like a video game. Forgive me, you guys. Like I'm fresh out. I don't know. I'm just learning. I'm learning with everybody else about this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, Rissa said I just sent him a gift. All right, there it is. I'm not sure if you got something in your screen, Silas. I'm not sure how that works, but something.
So I'm trying to come in on video. I don't know.
Yeah, I just saw you. You popped up, but it went away. I think you closed it.
Well, yeah, but it was just like a photo, though.
No, it was you, wasn't it? I don't think you could put a photo. I think it's actually you. Is he out? Yeah, he's right there. Hey, Blessed. Yeah, Blessed. He's out.
I can't see myself right here. I don't think my video is on.
Right now, it's not on. You turned it off. You were showing yourself for like a quick second.
Okay, what about now?
Nah.
You'll connect using audio only, it says.
You gotta turn on your camera. You were on, Silas.
So the camera icon is on. Wait, okay, wait. Save? Do I save?
There it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we can see you now, Silas.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah,
Alright. Hey, apologies. I'm a rookie. This is my rookie season. I'm allowed to make mistakes during my rookie year.
Yep. Yeah, so Silas, if you guys want to see Silas, he's on the other stream. He's on at Collect Call From. He's on the main account. Ashley, yeah, so I got 2 streams running right now. So for anybody that's wondering, so we're gonna watch this court, and once we're done with this court, I'm gonna play Silas's interview, the one we did on May 6th, and we're trying to grow Silas's platform. So any follows you guys could do, it'll greatly be appreciated over here. Hey, what up, Wild Moonchild, if you will?
Hey, Megan, how you doing?
Yeah, Gabriel, you're right. It is. It's way better on the side you're on.
Hey, Moonchild.
Again, this is the 8 o'clock p.m. initial appearance calendar for May the 19th of 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar date of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll now read the victim's rights advisement. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness.
Yeehaw! Oh, they give you that little hat, Silas.
Trial, to be present in court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who's convicted of causing you loss. If you
Hey,
have
Pretty
not
Ricky,
already been
thank you.
provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office.
Welcome over,
Ladies and
Angel.
gentlemen, we are here today for an initial appearance calendar. What that means is that you're going to hear a little bit more about the allegations against you, whether or not you've been appointed counsel, your next court dates, and your release conditions. As I call you forward, please approach the podium, which is in the center of the courtroom here. If you are next, please sit in the chair that is at the front door of the gallery. We'll begin with number 29 on our calendar, Christian Escamilla Ramirez, to the podium, please. Number 24 on the calendar, Damian Torres, to the chair, please.
Hey, thank you for that, Nadi.
So you got to let me fill me in.
Mr. Escamilla Ramirez, please tell me your name and date of birth.
Christian Escamilla Ramirez, January 20th, 2002.
Thank you. We are here today on a grand jury warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. That means that a grand jury has found probable cause to issue an indictment to accuse you of 1 charge of manslaughter, a Class 2 felony, 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, a Class 3 felony, both alleged on or about October the 3rd of 2023. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir, and setting an arraignment for May the 26th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. Under the Arizona Constitution, sir, you're eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $150,000. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, sir, you'll be released, subject to pretrial supervision through the Pretrial Services Agency. Additionally, if you are released, do not have any victim contact, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions for me?
You said the $150,000 to bail out to bail?
That is a secured appearance bond, yes.
Okay.
Any other questions, sir?
And do I have to pay that full amount?
Please talk to counsel for further details on how that's characterized as a secured appearance bond. Additionally, if you wish to get further instructions on how to post bail, if that's what you're going to do, please talk to your detention officer, sir.
Okay.
All right, thank
Man,
you very
hey,
much.
he's into the beginning of a long journey right there. It's definitely gonna be a long journey for him.
Number 24 on the calendar, Damian Tortis to the, sir, you may step to your left. Number 24 on the calendar, Damian Tortis to the podium, please. Number 5 on the calendar, Christopher Gorski to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Tortis. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Damian Tortis, 7/9/2000.
And good evening, Ms. Sauer. Council, please announce.
Good evening, Your Honor. Dawn Sauer on behalf of the state.
Thank you. We're here today on a new case from the Maricopa County Superior Court. There are 4 charges. The first is aggravated assault. The second, aggravated domestic violence, a Class 5 felony. The third, unlawful imprisonment, a Class 6 felony. Finally, 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. The court is going to find probable cause as to aggravated domestic violence, unlawful imprisonment, and criminal damage. The court is also inclined to find probable cause does believe that it is inclined to the Class 3 version for a serious physical injury. Does the state wish to be heard regarding probable cause as to aggravated assault or any of the other charges?
No, Your Honor.
What?
Court will find out probable cause for aggravated assault, serious physical injury as well. Sir, I'm going to appoint the public defender's office for you and set a court date for, scratch that, 2 court dates for May the 26th and 28th of 2026. The first is a status conference. The second is a preliminary hearing. Both of those are at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. Would the state like to be heard regarding release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. The state believes the defendant is violent, a danger to the victim, a continuing danger to the victim. The allegations here indicate a pretty violent assault, trapping the victim by pulling the shoulder to the severity that it dislocated her shoulder and
Damn.
has resulted in numbness in the right hand, which may or may not be permanent at this point. He also broke both of her cell phones so that she couldn't call for help. There were some other injuries as well. At some point, it looked like the victim had to crawl outside to scream for help.
Crawl
With her
outside?
dislocated shoulder, which must have been pretty difficult. The state is also concerned that the defendant is a repeat offender with domestic violence convictions. It looks like he has 5 domestic violence convictions in
5?
the last few years. The state's further concerned that 3 of those are failure to comply with court orders, and the state is concerned that he doesn't show a history of complying with court orders and may not be inclined to stay away from the victim, and she may continue to be in danger. The state is requesting a $50,000 secured appearance bond and no contact with the victim and no returning to the scene. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel.
5 domestic violent arrests.
You do have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can be used against you. You have the right to counsel. I just heard from the state regarding recommendations as to release conditions. So pay in mind, I did already find probable cause as to the substantive allegations here, but I'd like to give you the opportunity, if you wish to do so, you don't have to tell me anything you want to about release conditions. What I'm most concerned about is the propriety of one release condition over another. If you'd like to tell me anything, I'd like to give you the chance to do that. No? All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Just a moment. Just a moment. Back over here, sir.
Sorry.
Thank you. So pursuant to Arizona Rule of Criminal Procedure 7.2A2, the defendant must be released on his own recognizance unless additional release conditions are reasonably necessary to assure appearance, protect victims, other people, or the community from harm. If the court makes such a determination, it must impose the least onerous conditions of release. The court's considered the substantive allegations in the Form 4, the nature of the charges.
Hey, Silas,
risk assessment,
you can't do that.
Criminal history report, the argument of counsel, to include the defendant's prior misdemeanor conviction history, Additionally, given the nature of allegations regarding injuries to the victim, the court does conclude that bond is appropriate in the interest of victim and community safety. However, although a probable cause was found, the weight of evidence regarding the serious physical injury is slight given the limited information provided in the Form 4. That goes to the court's evaluation as to the weight of the evidence supporting the aggravated assault charge with serious physical injury. Therefore, the court is going to set bail in the amount of $25,000. That is a secured appearance bond with PSA supervision and mandatory electronic monitoring to be installed before released. Additionally, sir, if you are released, do not have victim contact, do not reside at the same location as any alleged victim, and do not go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you're an owner or renter of that residence. If you are residing with the alleged victim, you find an alternative residence and bring proof of that to your next court date. In the event that you need to gather essential belongings, one civil standby with a law enforcement officer is allowed. Also, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. You must obey the terms of any order of protection or injunction against harassment that is currently issued or to be issued and served upon you. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders that you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions for me? Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Now you may step to your left, and Ms. Sauer, you may be excused. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Number 5 on our calendar, Christopher Gorski to the podium, please. Number 30 on our calendar, 30 and 31, Israel Ruiz to the chair, please. Good evening, Mr. Gorski. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Christopher Joseph Gorski, 52385.
Thank you. We're here today on a new case from the Maricopa County Superior Court. There are 2 charges of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony. There are also 2 charges of use of an electronic communication device in a drug transaction, a Class 4 felony, alleged on or about September the 11th of 2025 and April the 9th of 2026. I did find probable cause as to possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony. I did not find probable cause for the use of electronic communication device in a drug transaction, Class 4 felony. I was not provided sufficient information to determine probable cause for that pair of allegations. So here's what that means, and here's what that doesn't mean. What it does mean is that for tonight's purposes, that did not factor into my determination of release conditions on your case. What it does not mean is that the prosecution still couldn't go forward on those charges if the state thought it had enough evidence to secure a conviction against you. So the moral of the story is that you still have to go to court, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I'm appointing the public defender's office to represent you and setting 2 court dates. The first is a status conference, May the 26th of 2026,
Hey, Florida girl, thank you.
8:30 a.m. at the downtown Superior Courthouse. The second is a preliminary hearing, May 28th of 2026, 8:30 a.m. downtown Superior Courthouse. Under the Arizona Constitution, sir, you're eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $10,000. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released subject to the supervision of the pretrial services agency. You're going to have to get into contact with them within 72 hours of release. You're going to treat that as a miniature probation. They're going to try and keep you on track with getting to your court dates and complying with your additional release conditions, which include do not have any complainant or witness contact, do not have any co-defendant contact, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing that you'll receive, sir. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, but I was just curious about I had never missed a court appearance or anything. I've never had a drug charge. So I was just curious if I could be released from my own recognizance or to pretrial services. I was super cooperative with the officer that arrested me.
You ain't going nowhere, Butterbean. No way.
He actually said that, I wouldn't have any issues. He didn't think I'd have a problem getting out this evening.
They lied to
My
you.
reading of the criminal background report is a little bit different than I think what you're telling me. In any event, I'm not inclined to revisit the release conditions that I've imposed. If you wish to seek review of the
What up, Matthew?
conditions, you may do so by motion. But that will be an issue for another day, sir.
He's gonna
Anything
pop.
else?
That's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Like, you can't be committing crimes and expect the judge to let you out. so you continue committing crimes.
31 on the calendar, Israel Ruiz to the podium, please. Numbers 2 and 3 on the calendar, Patrick Todd to the chair, please. And
Bam
good
Bam.
evening, Mr. Ruiz.
Bam
Please tell
Bam
me your
Bigelow
name,
better
date
slow
of birth.
his roll.
Israel Ruiz, 11/27/07.
Thank you. We're here today on two cases. The first is a new case out of the Maricopa County Superior Court. The second is a new case out of the Tempe for Guadalupe Municipal Court. As to the first case, there are two charges. The first, disorderly conduct with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, a Class 6 felony. The second, discharge of a firearm within city limits, a Class 6 felony, both alleged on or about May the 5th of 2026. As to the municipal court matter, there are three charges alleged. The first, disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. The second, threatening or intimidating, a Class 1 misdemeanor. The third, criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. As to both cases, I did find probable cause. For your Maricopa County Superior Court case, I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office and setting two court dates for you on May the 26th of 2026, 8:30 a.m. That's a status conference. The second, May the 28th of 2026, 8:30 a.m. That is a preliminary hearing. Both of those will be at the downtown Superior Courthouse. As to the municipal court matter, I'm ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you at the next hearing, which is at the Tempe for Guadalupe Municipal Court on May 22nd of 2026 at 9 a.m. Sir, as to both cases, under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. Therefore, on your Superior Court case, I'm setting your bail at $10,000. That is a secured appearance bond. On your municipal court matter, $1,000 secured appearance for a grand total of $11,000. If you post bail, sir, you'll be released subject to the supervision of the Pretrial Services Agency with mandatory electronic monitoring. You're going to treat Pretrial Services supervision as a miniature probation. You have to contact them within 72 hours of your release. They're going to try and keep you on track with getting to your court dates and complying with your other release conditions, which, as I said, include mandatory electronic monitoring, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime, do not have any victim contact, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written version. 2 and 3 on the calendar. Patrick Todd to the podium, please. Number 11 and 12 on the calendar, Benjamin Hill to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Todd. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Patrick Ronald Todd, 7/27/1979.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on two cases. The first is a new case from Maricopa County Superior Court. The second is a Justice Court warrant out of University Lakes Justice Court. This appears to be a failure to appear warrant dated March the 25th of 2026. As to your new case, sir, there is one charge of criminal damage, a Class 5 felony. I did find probable cause, and on that case, sir, I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. On the Superior Court case, I'm setting your court dates for May the 26th and 28th of 2026. The first for a status conference, the second for a preliminary hearing, 8:30 a.m. at the downtown Superior Court complex. As to the Justice Court matter, to fix the council order on this one. Number 2 is a reprint. All right. Thank you for your patience, sir. All right. As to the Justice
He
Court
has no
matter, I'm
choice.
ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you at the next hearing, which is May the 22nd of 2026, 8:30 a.m. at the University Lakes Justice Court. As to both cases, sir, under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. Therefore, on your Superior Court matter, I'm setting your bail at $1,000. That is a secured appearance bond with mandatory pretrial supervision through the Pretrial Services Agency. You're going to treat that as a miniature probation that you're going to have to get into contact with within 72 hours of your release. If you do post bail, they're going to try and get you on track with attending your court dates and complying with your other release conditions. As to the Justice Court matter, I'm setting your bail, the amount already set in the bench warrant, that's $100. That is a secured appearance bond. So your grand total is $1,100 secured appearance. You post bail, you'll be released. If you are released, do not have victim contact, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written notice you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, thank you, sir. And, oh, yes.
I don't like his
I'll do
beard.
it this time.
Yeah. We're gonna go
Quick
give him an
pause
agua.
to get the-
We got Silas back. The TikTok police got him.
Reprint on 2, yep.
I thought I left the thought police in prison.
Nah.
Okay.
You know they're watching us.
Thank you for letting me know.
Did it freeze?
We'll continue now with numbers 11 and 12 on the calendar. Benjamin Hill to the podium, please. Number 4 on the calendar, Joseph Lancaster to the chair, please.
Well, hey, I'm gonna cut my camera feed real quick so I can commit some debauchery.
Yeah, hey, do your thing, Silas.
What's up, man? Hey, what's it do?
All right, Mr. Hill.
Y'all too, man.
Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Benjamin Hill, 12186.
Thank you. We're here today on a pair of bench warrants from the Maricopa County Superior Court. Dates of the bench warrants are, the date of the bench warrants is May the 11th of 2026. This is for a failure to concur. I'm going to affirm the appointment of existing counsel and set a court date for you on May the 26th of 2026 at 8:30 a.m. at the downtown Superior Court complex. That's for a combined probation, revocation, arraignment, and disposition hearing. As to release conditions, I am setting your, just a moment, sir.
That's right, Shay. Tell him, hey, tell him.
All right. Council orders are squared away. Okay. If I didn't say it already, sir, I'm going to affirm the appointment of existing counsel as well. As to release conditions, I'm setting bail on the amount already set in both warrants. That's $500 apiece for a grand total of $1,000. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, sir, you'll be released.
The judge is having some technical difficulties over there.
Join the club.
Hey, earlier on in the bank hearing, there was this guy. His name was James, and he couldn't turn on the microphone. He was a former lifer, and they're trying to guide him, but he couldn't figure it out. It took him like three.
Sir,
He had to call on the third time.
Release. Do not possess weapons. Do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. Do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact probation within 72 hours of release. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written notice you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Thank you very much.
Hey, do your thing. If you gotta go over there, go for it.
Number 4 on the calendar, Joseph Lancaster to the podium, please. Numbers 8, 9, and 10 on the calendar, Danielle Yazzie to the chair, please. Good evening, Mr. Lancaster. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Joseph Lancaster, 52873.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department has filed a petition to revoke your probation, alleging that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of probation. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting a probation revocation, arraignment, and disposition hearing for May the 26th of 2026. That's at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Superior Court complex. As to release conditions, I am affirming the bond amount already set in the warrant. That is $500. That is a secured appearance bond. Sir, if you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol, contact probation within 72 hours. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions? Thank you. And you may stay. Thank you. Numbers 8, 9, and 10 on the calendar, Danielle Yazzie to the podium, please. Number 6 and 7 on the calendar, James Rozzi to the chair, please. And good evening, Ms. Yazzie. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Danielle Yazzie, 4/19/94.
Thank you. We're here today on 3 cases. These are all probation violation warrants from Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department alleges that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of probation and petitions to revoke your probation. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting a court date for a combined probation revocation, arraignment, and disposition hearing for May the 26th of 2026 at 8 a.m. at the downtown Superior Court complex. As to release conditions, I am setting bail in the amounts already set in each warrant. So on your first probation violation matter, that's $250. As to your second matter, $100. For the third matter, $350 for a grand total of $700. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, ma'am, you'll be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Numbers 6 and 7 on the calendar. James Rossi to the podium, please. Numbers 16 and 17 on the calendar. Anthony Campos to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Rossi. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
It's James Rossi, 7/22/87.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on two cases. These are both probation violation warrants out of the Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department has filed a petition to revoke your probation dated March the 27th of 2026, alleging that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of probation. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you in setting a combined probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing for May the 26th of 2026. That's at 8:30 a.m. at the Downtown Superior Court Complex.
What up, Tita?
As to release conditions, I am affirming the bond amounts already set in the bench warrants. So it's $150 on one case, $100 on the other, for a grand total of $250. If you post bail, sir, you'd be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
That fool, he's from 1987. That fool looks older. He might be out in the sun too much. Something's definitely messing his skin up. Hey, thank you for that,
16 and
Tracy.
17 on the calendar. Anthony Campos to the podium, please. Number 22 on the calendar. Valjane Tungovia to the chair, please.
Phoenix
And
Sun. Go Phoenix
Good
Suns.
evening, Mr. Campos. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Anthony Campos, 12/23/95.
Thank you. We're here today on two cases. The first is a new case from Maricopa County Superior Court. The second is a probation violation warrant, also out of Maricopa County Superior Court.
That's
As to
right,
the
Tracy.
probation violation matter, the Adult Probation Department alleges violations of terms 3 and 5 of probation and a petition to revoke dated April the 15th of 2026. We also have a new submittal in the form of your new case amounting to an alleged term 1 violation.
What up, Sharky?
As to the new case, there are 3 charges alleged. The first is possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony. The second, possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. The third, criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a class 3 misdemeanor. I was not given enough information to determine probable cause for the first 2 counts, the narcotic drugs and the drug paraphernalia. Here's what that means. Here's what that doesn't mean. It means that for tonight's purposes, those 2 counts and only those 2 counts did not factor into my determination of release conditions. It does not mean that the prosecution still couldn't go forward if the state thought it had enough evidence to get a conviction against you. Okay. So the moral of the story, sir, is that you still have to go to court. For the record, I did find probable cause as to the criminal trespassing count, the class 3 misdemeanor. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you on both cases and setting court dates for May the 26th and 28th of 2026. Both of those are at 8:30 at the downtown, 8:30 a.m., I should say, at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. As to release conditions, on your new case under the Arizona Constitution, you're eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $250. As to the probation violation matter, I'm also setting bail at $250 for a grand total of $500. That is a secured appearance bond. Sir, if you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact probation within 72 hours of your release. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions? Thank you. Number 22 on the calendar, Valjane Tungovia to the podium, please. Number 18 on the calendar, Marco Hernandez to the Chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Tungovia. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
I'm sorry?
What's your name, sir?
Belgian, Tungovia.
And what is your birthday?
04,
Yep.
1988.
Thank you. We're here today on an arrest warrant case out of the Maricopa County Superior Court. This is charged from a direct complaint. There are 4 charges of aggravated driving under the influence, a Class 4 felony alleged on or about July the 26th of 2025. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting 2 court dates. The first is a status conference on May the 26th of 2026, 8:30 a.m. The second is a preliminary hearing, May the 28th of 2026, 8:30 a.m. Both of those are at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. As to release conditions under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $500. That is a secured appearance bond. With pretrial supervision through the Pretrial Services Agency, you're going to get into contact with them within 72 hours of your release if you post bail, and they're going to try and keep you on track with getting to your court dates and complying with your other mandatory release conditions, which include mandatory, mandatory alcohol testing and monitoring. Additionally, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol, do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you.
Man, this is so depressing.
Number
It makes
18
me
on the
hungry.
calendar, Marco Hernandez to the podium, please. Number 14 on the calendar, Richard Young to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Hernandez. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
My name Marco A. Hernandez Valde, 3/16/1983.
Thank you. We're here today on a probation violation warrant from Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department has filed a petition to revoke your probation, alleging that you have violated terms 3, 4, and 7 of probation. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you, setting a combined probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing for May the 26th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. Sir, I'm setting your bail in the amount already set in the bench warrant, in the probation violation warrant, I should say. That is $150. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, sir, you'll be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription.
Thank
do
you,
not
Crystal.
possess or consume any alcohol. Contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. So if they bail me. As soon as they bail me, I have to go and see my probation officer.
If you are released from custody, you must contact your probation officer
Okay.
within 72 hours. Yes.
Okay.
Anything else, sir?
What up, Gracie?
No, well, because I had some problems. I couldn't show up to see my probation officer because my dad was in the hospital. I had some issues going on, some problems.
We all
That's
do.
the thing I couldn't. But I sent her a message. But yeah, if I'm gonna be released, I'll go see her. I'll go with her and contact her.
You better pay the
Thank you, sir.
150.
Step to your left.
You better come on with
Number
that
14 on the
hundo and
calendar,
50.
Richard Young to the podium, please. Numbers 25 and 26 on the calendar. Juan Quiroz to the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Young. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Richard Young, 11/21/1970, sir.
Thank you, sir.
70?
We're here today on a probation
Wow.
violation warrant from the Adult Probation Department. APD alleges that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of probation in a petition to revoke probation dated May the 13th of 2026. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Just a moment, sir. Just let me get through what I need to get through, and then I'm happy to hear you out.
He's 11 years older than me.
Office to represent you and setting a court date on May the 26th of 2026 at 8:30 a.m. That's for a combined probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. What was your question, sir?
Excuse me.
What was your question?
Oh,
What time is
I
it?
just wanted to tell you that supposedly, okay, I talked to my probation officer. I got put on probation less than 30 days ago.
Damn,
Okay?
that's fast.
I'm SMI. I had been on probation for 20 years. I hadn't been in the system for 20 years. I told him it was going to be a rough go. We had to get mental health counseling and all that stuff. He's like, no problem. I called him. He said, yeah, I got you. You don't have a phone. I understand that. You're living in your brother's backyard. I understand that. My brother has, what do you call it, what Muhammad Ali had, Parkinson's disease. And he's also going for open heart surgery, like really soon here, because his aorta is dissecting. They have to crack his chest, stop his heart. And it's my older brother, 67 years old. But he has Parkinson's. He did not tell me that my PO came to the house 2 times. If my PO would have told me or left a card for me, my brother did not tell me that he came to the house 2 times. When they came today to arrest me, they came through the back gate, which I said, I live in the backyard, came to the back gate, the dog was going nuts. There was 3 cops and a probation officer. I stood right up and I said, are you my PO? He goes, no, I'm not your PO, but I'm going to take you until you got a warrant. You're going to be let out today. You just, you know what I mean? Just tell him what you told me about your brother. Tell him that he's only been on for less than 30 days. And I was like, okay. I cuffed up and came in. I was like, what is going on? Because I was at my probation officer's office at 333 West Hatcher on the 14th. And allegedly, the warrant came out on the 13th. And I was in their office on the 14th, and if there was a warrant that came out, and I spoke to his supervisor, and I filled out paperwork and everything, told him where I was living, what my plan to do, my fines, my restitution, my community service, and I said, whatever I have to do, I said, I'm going to complete your
Sir, if I may
probation.
interrupt.
Huh?
If I may
Somebody.
interrupt,
Yeah.
this does sound like
Thank you, Gracie.
you have one or more questions about the underlying allegations underpinning the actual petition to revoke. So
Well, I'm
that is
saying,
really more
what I
questions.
have going on with
for
family
just a
is-
moment, sir.
Yeah.
It's really a question more suited for counsel as you approach the probation violation court matter. So
The
that
judges don't
goes
care.
to the underlying allegations under the petition to revoke probation. For tonight's purposes, all I'm doing is fixing release conditions.
He just told me, he goes, you're going to be out today. He goes, with large change, you're going to be out again today. When you just got to get your court, I just got to get in front of a judge. You're going to be out again today. And I'm saying, cool, whatever. I mean, it's cool. I've been on probation less than a month. You know what I mean? If they put me on probation, they think I'm worth saving and worth working with. They're supposed to help me. And don't just, you know what I mean? Throw me away like this. I'm a human being. My brother's going to die coming up here soon. It's my only sibling I have left, and it's me. I have $87 in my account on my person right now. That's what
He
I
has
have
more
going
than
on.
me.
Thank you, sir, and I do appreciate your input. However, I do think that bond is appropriate in this case, so I'm setting bail in the amount of $250. That is a secured appearance bond.
Wow.
If you post bond, sir, you'll be released. If you
Yeah,
are
that's
released,
really
do not
close,
possess,
so.
just a moment, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol.
shit.
Contact your probation officer within
Did he-
72 hours of your release.
Okay.
If you wish to seek review of these release conditions, sir,
He said, I'm out of here. I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to listen to this
I'm
whippersnapper.
almost done.
He don't know
If you
nothing.
seek review of release conditions, you may do so by motion. So please talk to counsel. That will be an issue for another day. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I don't like how he was throwing at in all our faces how much money he has.
25 and 26 on the calendar. Juan Quiros.
He has more money than me right now. That wasn't cool on this part right there.
19 and 28 on the calendar.
That
Bernice
was
Andrews,
kind of a flex.
the chair, please. And good evening, Mr. Quiros. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Carlos Quiroz, 11/29/1992.
Thank you. We're here today on 2 cases. These are both probation violation warrants from the Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department has filed petitions to revoke your probation dated April the 20th of 2026, alleging that you have violated terms 4 and 15 of probation. I did receive a note on the arrest narrative that this was a self-surrender. In any event, I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you and set a court date for a combined probation revocation, arraignment, and disposition hearing for May the 26th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning at the Downtown Superior Court Complex. I do believe that bail is appropriate in both of these cases. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $150 for each case. So
This one looks like a caveman.
$200. That is a secured appearance bond and post bond to be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact probation within 72 hours of your release. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written notice you're about to receive, sir. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you very much.
I do. Is he the missing link? I think he might be the missing
Number
link, guys.
19 and 28 on the calendar, Bernice Hellinger. to
James
the
makes your
podium,
face.
please. Number 1 on the calendar, David Valdez, to the chair, please. And good evening, Ms. Hellinger. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Bernice Hellinger, September 19th, 1983.
Thank you. We're here today on two cases. The first is an arrest warrant arising out of a direct complaint out of Maricopa County Superior Court. The second is a Justice Court warrant out of the University Lakes Justice Court. This is
Hot mess. Thank you.
a failure to appear warrant dated March the 25th of 2026. Starting with your Superior Court case, ma'am, there's one charge of possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, alleged on or about November the 10th of 2025. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office for you and setting a status conference on May 26th of 2026, 8:30 a.m., and a preliminary hearing on May 28th of 2026, 8:30 a.m., both at the downtown Superior Court complex. As to the Justice Court matter, I am ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you for the purpose of bond at the next hearing on May 22nd of 2026, 8:30 a.m. For both cases, ma'am, under the Arizona Constitution, you're eligible for bail. Therefore, I'm setting your bail at $50 per case for a grand total of $100. That is a secured appearance bond, post bond to be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
Hey, what up, Jonathan?
Oh wait, I can talk to the public defender though, right? Am I getting the screened one?
Yes, I have assigned the
Okay.
Public Defender's Office.
No, I'll just talk to her then, or him, whatever. But no,
All right, thank you very much. You may step to your left.
thank you.
Hey, thank you guys for you guys are sending over hearts and those little trinkets and whatnot. Highly appreciate it.
David Valdez to the podium, please. Number 13 on the calendar, Tao Card to the chair, please.
Miss said she has questions.
And good
We
evening,
might have an
Mr.
answer.
Valdez. Please tell me your name and date of birth.
David Valdez, 10-7 of 93.
Thank you. We're here today on a probation violation warrant from Maricopa County Superior Court. The Adult Probation Department has filed a petition to revoke your probation alleging violations of terms 1, 3, 5, and 15 of probation.
Not 15.
The petition is dated May the 5th of 2026. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you and setting a combined probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing for May the 26th of 2026 at 8:30 a.m. at the downtown Superior Court complex. As to release conditions, I'm affirming the bond amount already set in the warrant. That's $250. That is a secured appearance bond, sir. If you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Contact probation within 72 hours of your release, sir. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions?
So the bond they post and I go out and then I contact my PO still.
Yes, if you post bail, you'll have to contact probation within 72 hours.
All right, cool. That's about it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Number 13 on the calendar, Tao Card to the podium, please.
Wow.
Around. Okay. That's the calendar there. Okay. You're right here. Hello, Ms. Card.
Sorry.
Please tell me your name and date of birth.
Teo Card 62507.
Okay, Teo Card. All right, thank you. We're here today on an arrest warrant from Maricopa County Superior Court. The arrest warrant arises out of a direct complaint dated March the 30th of 2026. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you, setting court dates for a status conference on May 26th of 2026 and a preliminary hearing on May 28th of 2026, both at 8:30 a.m. at the downtown Superior Court complex. Under the Arizona Constitution, you're eligible for bail, setting your bail at $50. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you'll be released. If you are released, do not have any victim contacts, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing in the written orders you're about to receive. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you very much. Please step to your left.
Was she crying? Was she about to cry?
The interpreter on the line.
We don't need no
Yeah, I
interpreter.
think she was.
We got Silas on the line.
Me hables poquito español.
Hey, good enough. Most of the interpreters, you might speak more English, more Spanish than them.
Well, I think we're doing our interpreter meta first. We're doing our interpreter meta first. Oh, sorry. You're okay.
Ah, we can't see his face. Damn it. I think that might
I
be
know,
a bad
and
case right
that's
there.
big lo siento.
Lo siento, that's a big lo siento.
That's big lo siento.
Big lo siento.
I know him. Hey, Carrie.
That's right, man. We got Silas here live and
I got your
direct.
back, Crystal.
He's no longer on those video visits from prison anymore. Yeah, we did.
Fresh out of TikTok, Jim.
Yep. Oh, hey, and I checked the hearing for Amy Pregmeyer. Hey, they affirmed the decision.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey,
that is going to be interesting.
when they send you to a rescission hearing, does that mean that they're gonna they want to take your data away, right?
Hey, Jim. Yeah, that means that they're trying to take it away.
No, so I'll read the decision once this court is over. I'll read it so you guys could understand.
Hello, do we have our interpreter on the line?
See?
Yes, thank you, sir. I am the
See.
Vietnamese interpreter. I am ready for the translation.
Very well. Good evening, sir. Please tell me your name and date of birth, and please wait for the interpretation to conclude before responding.
My name is Thêm.
Dạ vâng,
Hey, good evening, Joel.
Ok, thì xin chào quý vị. Xin chào anh. Em sẽ là thông dịch viên tiếng Việt. Và đầu tiên thì em sẽ hỏi anh liên quan tới tên của anh, ngày tháng năm sinh, và anh sẽ vui lòng chờ thông dịch viên và sẽ nói chuyện qua thông dịch viên với lại bên phía thẩm phán nhé. Thì đầu tiên anh sẽ cho em xin tên của anh là gì ạ?
Tên đầy đủ là Hà Thanh Luật, còn qua Mỹ xong là tên Thêm.
Tên của anh là vậy thì tên ở Mỹ của anh là Thêm đúng không? Và họ là gì ạ?
Dạ. Họ là Hà.
I thought it was gonna be Spanish.
Thêm, last name is Ha. H-A.
Tim Ha?
Tháng năm sinh của anh là bao nhiêu?
Tháng 4 ngày 12 năm 1982.
My date of birth is April 12, 1982.
Thank you, sir. We're here today on a new case from the Goodyear Municipal Court. There is one charge alleged of disorderly conduct, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause.
Ok, hôm nay hồ sơ của chúng ta ở đây ấy, với anh ấy thì liên quan tới một cái vụ án từ bên phía tòa án thành phố Goodyear có một cái cáo buộc là hành vi gây rối trật tự. Thì đây là tội nhẹ loại 1. Tôi đã xác định có đủ căn cứ hợp lý.
Ordering that counsel be appointed to represent you at your next hearing at the Goodyear Municipal Court, which is on May the 27th of 2026 at 8:30 in the morning.
Và tôi đã tiến hành đưa ra cho bên phía counsel, bên phía tôi đã chỉ định luật sư để đại diện cho anh một phiên điều trần tiếp theo ở bên phía tòa án thành phố Goodyear. Cái thời điểm mà diễn ra cái phiên điều trần này tiếp theo ấy, bên phía tòa án của thành phố ấy, thì diễn ra vào ngày 27 tháng 5 năm 2026. Thời gian là 8 giờ 30 phút sáng. Ngày 27 tháng 5 năm 2026, 8 giờ 30 phút sáng.
Sir, under the Arizona Constitution, you are eligible for bail. Therefore, I am setting your bail at $250. That is a secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you will be released.
Dựa trên phía dựa trên phía hiến pháp của bên phía bang Arizona thì anh đủ điều kiện được tại ngoại. Vì vậy thì tôi muốn ấn định cái tiền bảo lãnh đấy là $250. Cái khoản $250 này là cái khoản bảo lãnh đảm bảo là có mặt tại tòa, và nếu anh nộp tiền bảo lãnh thì anh sẽ được thả.
If you are released, you'll need to follow mandatory release conditions, which include do not have victim contact, do not possess weapons, do not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, do not possess or consume any alcohol. Other release conditions will be in writing, which you will receive. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
Và nếu như anh trong cái trường hợp anh được tại ngoại, anh được thả, thì anh sẽ cần phải tuân thủ các cái điều kiện bắt buộc khi được tại ngoại, bao gồm là không được liên lạc với nạn nhân, không được sở hữu vũ khí, không được sở hữu hoặc sử dụng ma túy nếu không có toa thuốc, nếu như trong trường không có cái toa thuốc hoặc là chỉ định của bác sĩ, và không được sở hữu hoặc sử dụng bất kỳ loại đồ uống có cồn nào. Các điều kiện tại ngoại thì sẽ được cung cấp bằng văn bản cho anh. Anh có câu hỏi nào cho bên phía tòa án, bên phía chủ tọa không?
Dạ có.
Dạ vâng.
Hồi sáng này, dạ. Lúc sáng này em đang cúng á, em không có ý gì hết. Xong cái người đàn ông đó đậu chiếc xe ngay chỗ tảng đá, là cái tảng đá đó là mỗi lần mọi người cứ chó ẻ trên đó.
Okay, we need an interpreter
Xong
for
em
the
ngày nào em cũng lại phơi nắng á. Xong em thấy vậy em mới vệ sinh ngày đó, mà không biết sao bữa giờ 2 ngày rồi khu vực đó cứ kiếm chuyện, xong rồi gọi cảnh sát lại kiếm chuyện với em, bắt em đi à. Mà từ đây về sau mà em bị như vậy nữa đó, từ đây về sau em không có đi ra ngoài nữa, em không có đi ra ngoài trước nữa, tại vì em không có hành vi gì xấu hết. Tự nhiên họ đậu đó xong em lại em chồng qua, xong rồi em cũng
Just
gọi
freaking
cảnh sát
Kate.
nữa. Rồi xong em tưới cây nhà gần bên đồ này kia cho đẹp, em cũng bị gọi nữa. Cho nên lần này ở đây về sau em không đi ra ngoài nữa.
Anh sẽ không đi ra ngoài nhà nữa đúng không? Tức là đi ra khỏi nhà mình nữa đúng không? Hay là đi ra khỏi nhà nữa đúng không?
Nếu có điều kiện con xin mọi người cho con đi trở về Việt Nam đi, con không muốn gặp ai nữa, con chỉ muốn đi tu thôi.
Now I know what you guys feel like when they're talking Spanish. You guys don't understand.
Từ bên Việt Nam qua
Now none of us understand now.
Cứ về hoài con.
It's an outrage.
Lớp nào ra chuyện á, dạy con làm con bị stress nhiều ngày. Thêm giờ con đi làm bị stress rồi, thêm giờ con không có làm gì hết mà chậm sớm cứ vậy. Chắc tại là con quá thiệt tình, cho nên mà
Is he worshiping the
trải qua
judge?
mọi thứ việc lần này á, con xin cha làm chứng cho con. Con không có ý xấu.
If you guys let me out right now, I'll take the people
and I
that
did
has
not mean any harm at all. That person parked their car right next to the rock. The dogs use the rock to poop there, and I sun dry things there every day. I don't know why, but for the past 2 days, it already happened for the past 2 days. That they have been causing trouble for me and had me taken away to here. And from now on, I mean, I will not go to that place anymore because I did not do anything bad, and I do not mean that. Even when I plant the flowers around my neighbors, they call the police, or even when I water the plants, they also call the police. So from now on, I will not leave the house anymore as well. And if I have the opportunity, I want to return to Vietnam and become a monk. I was falsely accused in Vietnam and then came here as well, falsely accused. I have very stressed about that because of being falsely falsely accused.
How the hell did he remember all of that?
Thank you for your input, sir. It sounds like some of your questions may have to do with the underlying merits of the case, which will have more to do with the hearings yet to come at the Goodyear Municipal Court on the 27th, sir. Thank you very much. You may step to your left.
He was accused of watering plants. I think it was the dispute was over dog poop.
Cảm ơn anh vì đã vì những cái câu hỏi và những cái tâm sự của anh. Có vẻ như anh thì cũng sẽ có vấn đề anh nêu liên quan đến cái nội dung chính của cái bên phía vụ án. Thì những cái vấn đề chính từ cái vụ án này thì sẽ được giải quyết thêm trong các phiên điều trần vào ngày 27 tháng 5 vào lúc 8 giờ 30. Cảm ơn anh rất nhiều. Anh có thể bước sang bên trái bây giờ. Anh có thể bước sang bên trái.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Arturo?
Yeah, okay.
Hey, he's
All
sidestepping.
right, thank you very much to the interpreter. You may disconnect.
Did you guys see him slide out of the sliding out of the frame?
473 now disconnect. Hope you both have a good day. Bye bye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, we'll
That was
turn on
exhausting.
number 27 on the calendar, Ton Huck. Let's clear gallery for our last.
Trigger warning! Trigger warning! This is gonna be bad. If you don't like to hear these type of crimes that involve women or children, you might want to leave. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be nothing good if they clear the gallery, if you will.
Oh wow.
Yep. This is what it looks like. Get ready to flush. You know, I'm just going to do a courtesy flush, just per precautionary reasons.
This must be really bad. We must be
Mr. Mendoza, please tell me your name and date of birth.
Eduardo Mendoza, August 9th, 1986.
Thank you. Sir, we're here today on a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. This is on a supplemental petition to revoke, alleging unauthorized minor contact, term 1 violation, and unauthorized residency based on allegations in the Form 4 arrest narrative. Sir, I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office for you and set a court date for a probation revocation, arraignment, and disposition hearing. Given the nature of the allegations underpinning the arrest narrative, I'm going to make a finding pursuant to Arizona Rule of Criminal Procedure 7.2C that you're to be held without bail at this time. Do you have any questions, sir?
No.
Thank you very much. You may step to your left, sir.
He's like, damn, who's
We will
pocket
now
out?
move to number 15 on the calendar, Lisa Spalding. This is a house call matter. Date of birth 3/7/1989. Ms. Spalding is not here present in the courtroom. The note from the sheriff's office is that Ms. Spalding was uncooperative. That's why she's not here. So we'll proceed in absentia for the time being with the initial appearance. This is a new case, Maricopa County Superior Court. There's one charge of.
All right, I'm ending it there because we're not gonna see any action, and I know how you guys love seeing these individuals in stripes and whatnot. So right now, I currently have Silas on the line right now. Like I mentioned, you know, he's been out of prison for a few months now at this point, and you know, unfortunately, due to my health issues that I had going on, I wasn't able to, you know, connect with him. You know, I was going through a lot. So recently, we've been able to reconnect, and we have him live right here. So. The reason we have him live right now, because I recently did an interview with him in person. I went out to LA. We hung out for the day, and we did a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I'm going to put up the video for you guys there. If you guys have any questions for Silas, feel free to go ahead and ask him any questions you guys have about his experience or whatever questions you guys are curious about. You know, because he was in prison for 25 years. That's a lifetime. He went to prison in like 2001, right, Silas?
Yeah, 2001.
Damn, that's 2001. I was like 19 years old or 20 or 21. I was still a teen when you went to prison. So,
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's a little perspective for you. It was a long time ago.
You know what? I know the question I was going to ask you when we were talking over there in the park. How much was gas when you went to prison, Silas?
I think it was like $1.89.
$1.89.
Yeah, I think it's like $1.89. Yeah, effed off. I'm out now. I'm out and I'm in transitional housing.
Yeah.
So let's get some cat. Yeah.
Man, that's right. Hey, those are priorities right there when you get out of prison.
What were to answer your question? Yes. What were the charges? I was arrested and convicted of second-degree unaliving and first-degree robbery. And I received 24 to life, 15 to life for the unaliving, and 9 years for the robbery. And I ended up serving a total of 25 years.
That's a long time.
To answer your question, Oddly Pixelated. I initially got a job when I first came home as a RAT, a registered alcohol and drug technician. But after like 2 weeks of working, they did a live scan and found out about my unaliving conviction, and they laid me off. So it's been a little difficult after that to find work, but I'm currently doing peer support training right now. And so I hope to get a job in that field as soon as I'm done with the training in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm keeping my head up. I'm blessed. Like, my family's been holding me down the whole time I was in there and since I came home. So I can't complain. I'm doing all right.
Hey, so we got a question on the other side of the other TikTok account I got, and they're asking, what made you unalive someone?
I was a gang member, and I was just running around full of anger and bitterness and irresponsibility, and I mean, essentially, like, the individual that I unalived was a gang member, but honestly, it wasn't even really about that. That was just an excuse for me to just let out my anger and frustration, So, to answer your question, there was no good reason for me to unalive somebody. There's no justifiable reason.
Man, thank you for sharing that, Silas. So right now, before I start the interview that we did, I know a lot of people have been waiting. They want to know the outcome of the board hearing, the bank hearing we had today. So let me go ahead and bring up these results here so I can read them off to you. I know there was 2 cases that you guys were really interested in. Was the Amy Pragmeyer case, and the other one, last name was Singh, and something deep Singh or something like that was his name. I gotta look it up, and I'll check what the results were for those cases there. Let me just pull it up really quick here.
And thank you, Mia Foster, for caring about my story and allowing me to share it with you guys. I appreciate it. Do I worry about retaliation? Not really. I mean, I've walked the path that I've walked, and I've managed to turn my life around and build a new future for myself. I understand that everybody out here, isn't on the same page, and I still have my past that's out here. But I mean, I don't walk in fear. I walk in faith.
That's right, Silas. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read off Amy's decision here. So for Pragmeyer, Amy, governor referred pursuant to Penal Code Section 3041.1. Motion, affirm the panel's December 10th, 2025 decision to grant parole as articulated in the panel's proposed decision. The decision, motion approved by a majority of the commissioners present. Silas, so let me ask you, so on the motion here, it reads, affirm the panel's December 10th, 2025. Can you break that down for us, for somebody that doesn't understand, this legal jargon or whatnot?
Okay, so when someone is found suitable by the Board of Parole Hearings, if they have a unaliving case, then BPH has 120 days to make a decision on whether they're going to approve the BPH member's decision or not. And so if they approve it and they uphold the decision, they send it up to the governor's office. And the governor, after that, has 30 days to decide what he's going to do. Now, the governor can choose to affirm the suitability and sign off on it, in which case you'll go home in 5 days. The governor can rescind the suitability and say, I don't care what BPH says, he's not getting out of prison. The governor can do what is called an en banc, where he essentially punts it back to BPH and says, well, hey, are you guys sure about this guy? And BPH, after that, it's out of the governor's hands. It's solely in BPH's decision-making process. There is at their discretion. And so the en banc hearing is the commissioners getting together and essentially having a public hearing where the public can comment, the victim's family members, the district attorney, your supporters, and the incarcerated individual can't speak. They can write like a written statement, but they don't have an opportunity to speak. And so they have the hearing, and probably 5 or 6 hours later, for me, it was like 3 hours later, they come back with a decision and let you know if they affirm the suitability, and in which my case they did, and I went home a few days later, or they can rescind the suitability and say, okay, well, we're going to deny you and come back in 3 years, 5 years, however long. It's usually 3 years if you already been found suitable. Or they can schedule what's called a rescission hearing. A rescission hearing is where they find something in your transcripts that either the commissioners didn't cover when they found you suitable, or something that's problematic. And so they schedule the rescission hearing, and you go back before the board members, not the same commissioners usually, and they talk to you about whatever issue that has been raised. And the chances of you being found suitable after getting sent to a rescission hearing are slim to none. So it's essentially you're going to get denied, and there have been cases where people have been found affirmed in rescission hearings, but I mean, if I'm just doing some quick math, it's probably 10%.
Yeah. So in this case, since they approved her motion, and the motion was to affirm, and they approved the motion, does that mean that she's going to be going home in the next 10 days?
Yeah, she's out of there. She's out. Yeah, she'll be home in days. It can be sooner than 10 days.
But that's like that 10 days is like the maximum they could normally hold her for, unless there's like something that's stopping them from allowing her to get out, right?
Well, if there's like a high profile case, or there's victim notification or something like that, but usually that once they affirm, that's it. They're processing you out.
Yeah. All right. And then, so on the next one, which was the monster that came up after her, which was Singh Hardeep, man. I don't know where they come up with these names, but this individual had a case out of Santa Carla, and governor referred pursuant to Penal Code Section 3041.1 refer for a rescission hearing to consider whether the panel's January 14, 2026 grant of parole was improvident based on concerns cited in the governor's referral letter dated April 23rd, 2026. Motion approved by the majority of the commissioners present. What's this word? Improvident. Do you know what that means, Silas?
Say again.
Improvident. Parole was improvident based on the concerns cited in the governor's referral letter dated. Yeah, I have to Google that word. But they were sending this case back for a rescission hearing, pretty much.
Well, yeah, and if the governor recommended that and the board members upheld it, he's done.
So that's he's
getting denied. He'll have to come back in however many years, probably 3 years.
So the Google definition here is improvident means someone or something that fails to plan carefully for the future, often resulting in thoughtless, wasteful, or imprudent spending.
Okay, so then they have an issue with his relapse prevention plans and his parole plans.
Man,
but it seems like the issue is more times than not, the issue is with the case as opposed to the relapse prevention plans and the parole plans. They just have to say something. They can't say, well, we're denying you because of your case is so awful. Like, the law doesn't allow for that. So now they'll say, well, we don't think you have enough insight. We don't think your relapse prevention plans are sound enough, you know? So it's unfortunate, but I mean, depending on who it is, it's unfortunate.
Well, let me give you a little of the backstory of this monster here. He moved in with his, I think, his sister, and he took advantage of his niece that was like, I don't know if she was 13 or under, like, I think she was under 14, and he impregnated her. Then she wrote a letter she had a letter in her backpack at school. Her friend saw it, and she ended up taking it to like some school officials. They ended up investigating her. She ended up needing to have an abortion. And then this dude ended up getting picked up, and he hasn't even been in prison that long.
How long has he been down?
Oh man, I want to say maybe like, you know what? I think I saved it up here. Let me pull it up here. Tell you exactly when he.
I mean, regardless of how long he's been down, I mean, they're not going to let him out. I mean, with the governor, right? I'm surprised the governor didn't just clear out, just say like no, you know, instead of sending it back for rescission. I mean, he had the power to just rescind it. So, I mean, that's pretty odd. But yeah, I mean, I have my own opinions about people like that. I mean, you know.
Yep.
I mean, unaliving somebody, what I've done is awful. Make no mistake. You know, I think at the same time, the difference between someone who was a gang member and you know, committed a horrible act and someone like that is like attraction, right? Like, I'm attracted to women. Like, I'm never gonna stop being attracted to women, right? And this guy is attracted to, you know, and how is that ever gonna change? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you rehabilitate someone's desire? You know, that's my problem with those, you know, with those people, you know. But I mean, hey, somebody's probably somewhere saying the same thing about me, but my opinion about that behavior and that crime and that individual still stands.
Right. So actually, and then you know what I said? She was 13. She was actually 12, and he's been in prison. His admission date was June 13, 2007. So he's been in prison for 19 years at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I mean, you'll have some clinicians that'll say that people like that can be rehabilitated. I have a different opinion, and we'll just leave it at that.
All right. And there was another case, Tamara Robinson. In her case, her sister was going through some financial hardships, so she ended up leaving her 3 kids with her sister. Oh, you know what? I don't think it was sister. I think it was her sister-in-law. I think that's what it was. And she ended up beating one of the children with what did she beat her with? She beat her with like a rod, and I forgot what it was something weird, like I don't know, something they used for gardening. I think I forgot what it was, but they ended up unaliving her. She had her two brothers or sisters participate in getting rid of the body. A curtain rod. That's right. A meat tenderizer and a curtain rod. That's right. Thank you guys for helping me out with that. Yeah, the meat tenderizer, and they ended up getting rid of her body, and they ended up sentencing her to, I think she got like 15 to life, and her motion was vacate the panel's January 30th, 2026 decision to deny parole based on an error of law under Penal Code Section 3041 Subdivision B and Section 3055 Subdivision C, and the California Code of Regulations Title 15 Section 2449.49. I should have looked these up, and schedule a new hearing on the next available calendar. Motion approved by a majority of the majority of the commissioners present. So they denied her
Freaking
parole.
horror.
What was that?
I say that's a freaking horror show.
So they have,
Yeah. So she's not getting out.
yeah. Well, hold on. Her decision to deny parole. Oh, so they denied her. They denied her based on error under the law. So it looks like she's gonna be going back to the way I understand. She's gonna be going back in front of the parole board again.
Right.
Huh. Well, I guess we'll be seeing her soon back on the roster to be seen again. But
It's crazy. That's insane.
I don't think. I mean, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, her crime was pretty heinous.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If we get a Republican governor in office, all of this is not even going to be a question, because even if they're found suitable, that governor is going to shoot them down. So the window is about to close.
That's right. And this is the last year that Newsom is in office, right?
Yep.
Damn.
So we'll see going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are going to change.
Yep. Hey, so if you haven't done so, please do so. If you guys could go ahead and do me a favor and follow Silas. His TikTok account is From My Ashes 77. We're trying to get him to at least 1,000 followers right now. He's up to, I think, like 60, 70 or something. But hey, if you guys could follow, if you guys have enough space on your following list, hey, we got somebody for you over here. We got Silas, and I'm gonna go ahead and play some of the interview. And then at some point, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it to allow some of you guys that do want to interact with Silas via voice to come on and ask him, questions for a few minutes. And if there's multiple people trying to speak to him, we'll just go ahead and ask whatever question you got going on, and then we'll go ahead and go on to the next individual. All right? Because I know a lot of you guys have been waiting and whatnot. So highly appreciate you.
I appreciate everybody that's giving me a follow too. You can also follow me over at Instagram under the same handle, From My Ashes 77. So yeah, Wild Moochow said that I'm at 120, so I appreciate everybody that's giving me a follow. And you give me a follow, I'll follow you right back, and I'll tap in.
All right, for sure.
Hey, Derek, I think this your sister right here, man.
My brother's an ass.
So this is the video of Silas getting out of prison.
So he's talking. My two older brothers are talking on the phone. One of us is there, one of them is in Pasadena. Thank you, Krista. Thank you too, Mr. Flow Like a Butterfly.
Well, this video is not live, but we are live, me and Silas.
What's up, man? You ready to get the fade out the way?
I want to go and welcome Silas M. Johnson to a brand new.
Hey, let me ask you, Silas. So, man, how was that getting off the bus and actually physically being able to, hug your brother?
Man, it's been like 26 years. So like, I mean, it was really emotional, man. Like I could barely hold it together, walking up to him, like it had been so long, and I mean, it was unreal. It was surreal, man. Like I still get chills every time I watch it, man. It's crazy to even look at it and to be here right now talking to you, man. Like it's insane.
It is because, man, I'm pretty sure we had hundreds of calls while you were in prison, over the last 2 years. And, we would sit here and, we would do court hearings. We would do the parole board hearings. We would do video visits. We would do all kinds of, different type of, interactions over the phone. And now that's changed. Now you're out here with us. You're experiencing what we're able to experience. You're able to breathe this free air, because the air between prison and here, it's totally different. It's not the same thing.
It's different. It's different. The air is way different in there, man. The sun is different. The wind, everything, man. The colors. I'm telling you, man. It's a totally different experience, man. Your senses are heightened out here.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue with some of the interview, and let me just go ahead and get it going back right now.
Episode at Collect Call From.
What's up, man? Long time no see.
Man, how you doing, Silas?
Man, I'm great, man. I'm great. Every day is like a dream out here, man. Every day, man. Every day it's a new miracle, a new experience.
So for those of you that have been following Silas's journey, we've been talking about we're about to be hitting 3 years. We're following his journey through the California Department of Corrections out of Centinela. Silas was a former lifer. Now, as you guys can see, he's made it out of there.
No chains. No chains. No handcuffs, no chains.
Pinky's up. Man, it's great to have you, Silas, man. It's surreal. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there the day that you walked out of them gates. But luckily, you were in a position where your family members were able to, come out there and pick you up and get you from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And here we are, 4 or 5 months later after you've been out, and this is gonna be our first person interview. And I think that was for me, that was like the biggest thing that I wanted to get at our first interview, at least in person, and then after that we could go ahead and do online and whatnot. I think it's a little bit different when you're in person.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. No doubt, definitely.
Man, so let me ask you, how was that day? Can you take us back to that day? Because you had a lot of things that happened in between you being found suitable, you got embanked.
Next case is Silas Johnson, team number 63332, item 18 on today's agenda. Please call for speakers in support.
Then finally they found you suitable, and then you were able to leave, but it didn't end up happening until like a month or two later, from the time that you were supposed to initially walk out them gates.
Right. Yeah. So the 150 days, the review period, I actually got down to day 149, and the governor embarked me on day 149. And if he wouldn't have, on that Monday, I'd have been on a countdown to come home. So that was like discouraging as hell, man. Like, that was just like a punch to the gut, sitting there with anxiety, waiting all those months, and to have them embank me at the last second was just like, I don't know, in my mind, like I just went fatalistic, just thinking, man, like they're gonna just take this from me, They're gonna just for whatever arbitrary reason, they're gonna find a reason to take this from me, you know what I mean? I'll be stuck doing this all over again. So it was stressful, man. That whole review period for lifers, man, like, man, big up to all the lifers, man. Anybody who does the work, first of all, to get to that point where they earn suitability, and that whole process right there is just a grind, man. It's grueling, man. Like, I went through so much, like, in my personal life, you know what I mean? With my marriage, and that, eventually, dissolved once I came out here, because things are different out here, and people are different. I'm different. She's different. So it was definitely a challenge, man. It was grueling.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I could see that happening, because you really don't know that person till you come out, and then you go coexist. You're gonna see the things that she does that you don't like about her, and she's gonna see the things you do that she don't like about you, and that's kind of like where you're really gonna figure things out.
Yeah, I think for us though, we did know each other.
Okay.
And it didn't fit. We didn't fit, and we just kept trying and kept trying and kept trying, and we just didn't fit. She's a beautiful person, man. I love her still. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna love her. But unfortunately, some people aren't meant to be together. Some people can't work together, as a team and progress in life, and that's the way it goes. I still love her, like I said. I wish her the best, and life goes on, man.
That's right. Yeah. And so that day, you know, I don't know, were you able to sleep that day when you were ready, you know, ready to come home?
So Ricky had told me, like, you know, I'm not gonna have any problem sleeping. And he told me once the nightman came by and told him, hey, Black, you know you're going home in the morning. He couldn't sleep the rest of the night. It was opposite for me. The nightman never came and said, hey, Johnson, you know, give me your CDC number. You know, tomorrow in the morning you're going home. So I just went to sleep. And I texted everybody I needed to text. Went to sleep, put my tablet up, went to sleep. And I woke up probably like 4:45. And I got up, started getting all my stuff together, all the last little, you know, bits. And the nightman, that he was about to leave, and probably like 5:45. And he was like, hey, Johnson, hey, they're coming from R&R to pick you up. You're going home, you know that, right? And I was like, yeah. And like, that's when it was like, you know, that's when it was like, damn, like this is real, this is happening. And like I thought a lot about walking in and out of that gate from the track. Like I was MAC chairman, so I walked out of the gate for MAC rep meetings. I walked out for visiting, family visiting, for, you know, to go to medical. And like when I was taking that walk, like it was still dark outside. You know, I went to Jesse and David Sell, you know, dropped all my stuff off to them. And when I was walking around that track getting escorted by the CO, like he was like, when we got to the gate, he's like, I'm supposed to cuff you up. I had all my stuff. And he was like, I'm supposed to cuff you up, but just come on, man. And we walked through the gate, and I turned around and looked at the yard for the last time. It was like, this is it. It's the last time I'm gonna see this yard, you know? And man, it's a beautiful feeling, man. We went to R&R, and my brother and my cousin was already down there. They actually my brother played a fucking joke on me, which was cruel as fuck. When I was in R&R, I got there, I got my clothes, and I started getting dressed. And so he was like, the R&R cop was like, yeah, hey, so where you going? You have anybody pick you up? And the other CO was like, oh yeah, his people already out at the front gate. And so I called my brother, and I was like, where you at? And he was like, man, you'll never guess what happened. Me and Charlie, we caught a flat, man. And I'm like, oh man, like, you serious, man? Like, I actually got the video.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
What up?
Hello? What's up, man?
Nothing. Where they got you at?
Shit. I'm in R&R right now. They just brought me over here. I've been here like probably 5 minutes. I just got here.
Well, me and Charlie done caught a flat. We like an hour away, fool. We waiting on the tow truck. Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
Dick move.
One should be here soon, though, dog.
God damn, man.
It's always.
They about to take me to the fucking bus station.
Shut your bitch ass up. We right outside the gate, you bitch ass nigga.
You fucking weirdo.
And I'm like, man, they gonna take me to the Greyhound station, you know what I mean? And he was like, man, shut your bitch ass. So we right here. And so it only took it was so crazy, all the red tape and stuff to get into prison, and like I got processed out in like 20 minutes. Like it was so quick. And one of the COs I was in C-Yard in 5 building, and he was the one that drove me over there. And they drove me out of the gate, drove down the long road, and I saw my brother park right there, got out. That was it, man. Like, it was probably like a quarter to 7, 7:45, maybe. I can't, time is like, that whole little thing is a blur, but man, like, it was a beautiful feeling, man. Beautiful feeling.
Let me ask you, how can you compare the feeling of when you got sentenced to 25 to life to the day
24 to life.
24 to life to the day that you got released? Are they similar feelings? How can you describe it?
I mean, you can't even compare the two. It's not even in the same stratosphere, man. Like, I mean, I had witnesses testifying against me, and so for me, even going to trial, it was over, it was done, Trial was just, Trial was just a formality, you know what I mean? And so when I got sentenced, it was like, it was just kind of like confirmation that, you know, man, my life is over, man. You know, I'm never gonna see the streets again. And it's so crazy. Like, we were driving, I think on the 118, and we were going across Van Nuys. And so you could see up Van Nuys when you're going on the 118 and clear up the hill to Foothill. And when we were riding on the bus, I looked up there when I was on the way to Delano, and I said, like, to myself, like, this is the last time that I see Pacoima. I'm never gonna see Pacoima again. This is it, you know? And so to be found suitable, man, to be found suitable and to actually be released, you know, it's just like, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy.
And let me ask you something. So I initially said that you got 25 to life. You corrected me. You mentioned that it's 24.
Yeah.
What was the difference between that year that how come you didn't get 25? Why did you get 24?
15 to life for second-degree murder and 9 years for the robbery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, so you know you've been out here for 5 months, 4 months. What's like what have you been doing? Like, do you got a job? Do you got somewhere to live? Like, how those things work for somebody that's in your shoes right now?
So I'm in transitional housing. I'll be there for 2 more months. And I had a job. I got a job at a detox and residential treatment facility. And after like 2 weeks, they ran a live scan of my record, you know, and so I got laid off because of my criminal conviction. So that was kind of a downer, you know. But at the end of the day, I mean, I did all of that in there to prepare myself for the obstacles out here. So while it was disappointing and disheartening, like, I mean, it's just something that you just got to grow through, you know. And so right now I'm doing peer support training. I'm applying to a lot of different places. So, I mean, I've had my moments, don't get me wrong. I've had my moments out here to where, you know, like I said, due to my personal life and different struggles. But overall, man, like, it's been positive, you know, because the worst day out here is better than the best day in there. You know, they don't even compare, you know? So, I mean, that's something that I always keep with me, you know? Like, I could be in a cage right now, you know, on lockdown, you know, waiting for whatever, waiting to get popped out for a shower or waiting to, you know, go to canteen and have somebody tell me how I can spend my money. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a positive experience, man. I'm blessed, man.
And how has it been, you know, having that freedom? Like, you don't have to ask anybody if you want to walk up or get up or do whatever you want to do. Like, the possibilities are endless now that you're out here.
Yeah, I mean, man, I've had some wonderful experiences, man. I went down to San Diego State and saw the campus for the first time. I'm an SDSU alumni. Shout out to the Aztecs. What's up, Aztec Nation? And I went down there. I was able to go to my criminal justice professor's class, her master's class, and talk to 2 of her classes to her students. And like, it just driving down there, the whole drive to San Diego, seeing the ocean on the side of me on the freeway. And man, it was just, I can't even describe the experience, man, of being liberated after being down for so long, man. And like, it's just so awesome to be able to experience that, you know, especially with the people that you love, you know, the people that were there for you from jump, you know, that never left your side. So I'm loving it, man. I mean, I was able to go to Laughlin on a weekend pass, you know, so that was cool.
Damn, your parole officer let you get a weekend pass to go up to Laughlin?
Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up.
So that was cool. I was able to head out there. That was straight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've had some really cool experiences, man.
So right now that you're on parole, how long do you think you're gonna be on parole before you terminate?
I'm hoping a year, but I mean, we'll see. You know, I mean, obviously the goal is to get off parole and to move on with my life. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, I'm thankful for the opportunity that BPH is giving me. You know, that said, I mean, I want to earn my way to absolute autonomy. You know what I mean? I want to be able to pick up and go and drive to another state, fly to another state. I've never been on a cruise before, you know. I want to take a cruise, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that people take for granted that everyday people can do, you know. Right now I have a curfew at Transitional House and a 10 o'clock curfew during the weekdays, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that I want to do and I'm not able to do right now, you know. So there's still like, I'm still tethered, you know what I mean? There's still restrictions, but I will say that my parole officer has been gracious, you know, and I don't know, my parole office has treated me, you know, wonderfully. So man, I'm out here making it happen, man. Ideally, I like to be off in a year, you know. I know that's extremely short for a lifer, but people have done it. So I'm out here handling my business, doing my classes, following all my conditions of parole, and a year's time, we'll see, man.
All right, so I'm gonna pause it right there. So the interview took place on May 6th, and I'm gonna read some of these comments to you, Silas, because I know you can't see it on the other stream. I do have 2 TikTok streams running at the same time, so you're only limited to see the one you're currently on. All right, so let me see. Let me see here. Where are some of these messages? Let me see. Mama of Girls wants to know how long are you gonna be on parole for?
I probably a little bit longer than a year. I would say no longer than 2 years. So between a year and 2 years, somewhere in the middle.
All right, and then Chad writes, best interview ever, brother. Hey, thank you, Chad. Highly appreciate you. You know, always jumping in on these lives and being positive. Highly appreciate you. And then he also writes, the job loss is crazy. They should have known.
Yeah, it is. And there's a component of discrimination that all incarcerated, formerly incarcerated people face out here. And I think it's rightfully so in some cases, you know. I mean, I think I should have to earn my way back into the fold of society, just like I earned my way out of it. So, I mean, it's up to me, you know, to keep moving forward and to change people's minds by my actions and by the things that I do and by the man that I am. So, I mean, it's nothing to overcome.
Right, and then Jen wrote, can he be a speaker at schools? And then let me see, we got another comment from it's really gone. And, they write, just have to keep staying positive and never look back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, ultimately that's what it's all about, is just to keep moving forward. Just to keep moving forward. Everything that, you know, the past is over with. You know, the past is over. You know, the future hasn't come yet, you know, so all we have is now. The only thing that I can do is show up and perform the best way I can as a man and human being right now. And everything else is going to work itself out.
And then Jen also wrote, always remember the rearview mirror is smaller. Look through the windshield. It's wider and bigger.
For sure.
So I stopped the video right there because it's about an hour long, and I also included his full in-bank hearing. So what I'm gonna do, and I would really appreciate if you guys could do this for us. We're gonna have a premiere on YT this Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys could join us to watch the full interview on that platform, and you know, it'll definitely help us out. Me and Silas will be in the chat, engaging with you guys. Right now, I do want to take the opportunity to have anybody that wants to speak to Silas, jump on and, speak with him for a few minutes or whatnot. I am going to be doing that on my bigger account, the one that has the 30,000 followers, at Collect Call From. So if you're on at Collect Call From on YT, jump on over to the other one if you want to engage with him. And as soon as I see somebody pop up, then I'll go ahead and bring them on, and you guys could go ahead and, talk to him.
Y'all see how James just flexed on me? Like, yeah, on my other account, the one with like 30,000. Like, y'all see how he just flexed on me? Like, supposed to be my boy. And this is how he does me. My little humble following. I got you though, James.
Man,
I'm gonna be like you when I grow up.
Hey, you're all good, man. So you're in good hands right here. So you guys help me get to this point, I'm gonna try to get you, to where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. And before we go any further, like I want to like tell all the viewers right now, like James has been like instrumental in a lot of our recovery. He's helped us, assisted us with things outside of this, outside of this forum, as far as, the whole parole process. And for someone who hasn't been incarcerated in a prison, James has like gone through the gambit and just educated himself on things in prison with BPH, the whole process. Like he's been here to welcome people home, once they come out of those gates. And like what he's doing right now, James is really like underrated as far as his, what his value is. Like I think he knows, but I'm here to tell you guys, like the things that he does for all of us coming home, because it just don't stop when we're in there. Like when we get home, like he's helped people with transportation, like flown people to the house. Like, I mean, for real, James is the truth, for sure.
Man, Silas, man, thank you. I highly appreciate, for you giving me the flowers. But you know what? When I do those things, it comes natural. I don't do them to get a thank you or whatever. It's just, I could do it. I have the capability of being able to do some of those things for you guys. And I love going places. So for me, it's I enjoy it. Man, I wish I would have been able to, be there when you got off that van. But life had other plans for me. I'm just happy I'm still here, to be able to enjoy the video that your brothers took, and it's like if I was there, looking at you get off that van, because I've been there so many times. People getting off that van. I know that feeling when you get excited, like, damn, hey, the van is coming, like man, like hopefully he's on this van, and then if the first van passes and it's nobody, the van just passes you by, and there's another, the second van is nobody, but the third van comes and it has the individual that's coming home, man, just being there and witnessing that, man, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, man, it's a culmination of a lot of hard work, like a lot of hard work on our parts inside, a lot of hard work on your part out here, and I mean, you essentially are helping us, prepping us to come back out here by engaging us with the public in a way that no other individuals in there have an opportunity to engage with, So, I mean, man, thank you, man, sincerely, man. I appreciate everything you've done for me, not only me, for Jesse, David, Ricky, Blue, I mean, Gary, Rich, you name it. Like, I mean, I can go on and on.
Man, hey, you're welcome. Hey, I got a question from Chad over here, and he's asking, let me see, where is it? Right here. Where's Chad's question at? Let me see, where did it? Oh, so he said, did he get some putang or nah?
Intimate. Yeah, I've gotten that out of the way. I'm getting it out of the way perpetually.
Hey, so I just brought Chad on right now. Hey, Chad.
Hey, that was just a funny question, but I got a for real question for you, Silas. Man, look, I found James just scrolling one day on TikTok, and dude caught my eye with like the court hearings and stuff, and then I like got deeper into like what James actually was doing with like the phone calls and stuff like that, and that's why I obviously found you, Silas, and Ricky, and everybody, and dug deeper into like James's stuff. And James is a good man for doing this. And James, you're the GOAT for this, bro. If anybody tries to copy this, anything, you need to file a lawsuit or something, because you are the OG on this shit, dude. Like, this is you. Silas, my question for you is, for being in the pen and stuff for that long, like, what was the hardest thing for you coming out? Like, and like, no joke, like, you know, like adjustment wise, like what do you think was the hardest adjustment for you coming from prison for, you know, however long you were there for? Like, what was the biggest adjustment in finally getting out for you?
The biggest adjustment probably is just kind of being overwhelmed by sensory. Like, in a lot of ways, prison is like almost like a safe place. Like, I was single cell for the last 16 years of my sentence.
Like, nothing's going to change when you're in prison.
Right. You know, there was an element of safety there. There was some comfort there because it was so predictable. There's only a few things, variables, 20, 30 things that can happen in a day. Out here, you walk out this door, anything is possible.
You get hit by a car.
Right. So, you know, in my first night at my brother's house, I managed to sleep probably 2 hours. But coming to transitional housing, my first month, I was probably sleeping like 2-hour clips. I couldn't sleep through the night, you know, because it was just like, you know, okay, out here, like, you know, there are doors in this house, there are windows, and I couldn't get comfortable because it's just like, you know, it's the world. Yeah, you know, I'm in a house with people I don't know after being in a cell by myself for 16 years, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, and another thing is like the space. You know, everybody is aware of spacing in prison, you know, and out here, you know, you have people that just
keep your distance.
Yeah, people that just walk by you in the grocery store or like get real close and you turn around like, hey, what are you doing, man? Back up.
Yeah.
So that's been an adjustment.
Yeah.
Socially, the people are different. I mean, socially, the people are really different. It's just a whole.
They don't know where you're coming from, you know. They just think you're a normal person in a store or something, you know. Like
yeah. And my brothers have told me like, look, man, you're tripping. Like, this is how it is. You know what I mean? And so it's been an adjustment. Like I said, obviously, my personal life has been, you know, that was a pretty tough pill to swallow, you know.
Sure.
But besides that, like, just readjusting, you know, has been a little bit of a challenge. I mean, I'm better now, but before, like, I mean, it was definitely a challenge.
I mean, Silas, you were how old when you went in? 18, right? 17, 18?
I was 23. I'm 48 years old now.
Same thing, you know. I mean, you didn't have much life experience at that point.
Right. I've been in there longer than I've been out here, you know.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. So it's a totally different world, you know. I mean, anything. I mean, even for us on the outside, everything changes every couple of years and stuff, you know. So for you to come out with this whole new world and everything's crazy, it's like I couldn't even imagine, man. Like, good for you. You know, and I read a thing the other day, which is really weird to me, that, and this is not for like lifers or anything like that, but a lot of people that do like 2 to 3 years in prison or something like that, their predictability to reoffend are like right when they get out.
Yeah.
Like their chances to reoffend are like super high right when they get out because it's comfortable for them to get back to the old lifestyle they were in and reoffend and then go right back in and then try to figure it out again. It's like, all right, I was out for X amount of time or whatever. I fucked up. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't cuss. I messed up. I know how to make myself better for the next time I go out, you know?
Right. And the recidivism rate for lifers is less than 1%. So you have somebody
that today, James. Remember, we heard that today. Right. They said the recidivism for lifers is less than 1%.
Right. You get somebody that serves. Yeah, you get somebody that serves 2+ decades. Like, I mean, right now I'm 48. Like, I mean, I probably got more behind me than I do in front of me. Like, the last thing I'm thinking about is going out there and committing a crime and being back in the cell.
Absolutely.
You know, like that's over with.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Dude, it's just cool to talk to you, Silas. I followed you, man. James, you too, brother. I'm gonna get off and let somebody else hop on, man. You guys, you know, I'm happy about Silas.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate the support, man. Peace and love, man. Take care.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, for anybody that's watching right now, what does this? It says 223 on Silas's little box. What does that mean? I'm not sure if you could see that over there on your side, Silas.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it keeps going up. I don't know what it is.
Oh, so people are sending you gifts. So you got 223 coins. I'm not sure if that's $2.23. I'm not sure, but yeah, hey, shout out to you guys for, sending Silas some gifts. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, thank you, Big Phil. Highly appreciate you. It must be payday too.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I appreciate everybody sending me gifts. I didn't know what it was, so I'm like, people probably think I'm rude as hell. I just don't know what it is. So, hey, I appreciate everybody showing love, and I send you love right back.
Oh, snap, damn, they 245 now, Silas. Sheesh.
I'm gonna be swimming in coins.
Man, hell yeah, for sure.
I think Crystal asked a question earlier. I'm not sure if that was Crystal or somebody else that asked a question earlier.
Do you remember what the question was?
I was trying to engage both ways, so I kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible multitasker.
Hey, that makes two of us. I can. My wife was always telling me I got a one-track mind. If you will, I could only do it. I could only do one thing at a time. Hey, Marvin's asking. Hold on. Amanda wants to know, what's your TikTok?
My TikTok is From My Ashes 77, and my Instagram is also the same handle, From My Ashes 77. So yeah, Amanda, go ahead and give me a follow. Everybody in here, please give me a follow. I'm creating content, and at the end of my first year of reentry, James and I are putting together a documentary. So we're chronicling my first year of reentry. So we're gonna have all of that in there, and we're gonna drop it exclusively for everybody that follows us and subscribes. And so yeah, it's gonna be a pretty cool journey. So we appreciate you staying with us from the time I was in and out, and we're gonna take you guys on the ride, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it.
Marvin's asking.
The first meal I ate.
That's why I don't even gotta ask you no more, because you're here with me. I'm so used to having to read the question.
Yeah. So the first meal I ate was IHOP, and as soon as I took my first bite, I regretted it. My brother told me that IHOP had changed and it wasn't as good anymore, and it wasn't a good first meal. I should have let him take me someplace where he was eating at. My brother's a five-star meal aficionado, so I should have took his advice. And I've gained 20 pounds since I've been home. Probably 25 now, which is horrible, but I made up for it.
I got a question for you from the other side over here in the other stream, and Fall Winter is asking, have any loved ones came to visit and friends?
Yeah, since I've been home, yeah, absolutely. It's pretty much the same circle of immediate family members that have held me down the whole time. Like, I have distant family members that that I've talked to on the phone, but I mean, if they really weren't communicating with me, consistently when I was in prison, I haven't seen them and haven't gone through any trouble to reach out. I mean, I'm not mad at anybody, because I put myself in prison, so nobody had an obligation to come visit, right, or take care of a grown man. So I'm not bitter, but at the same time, I mean, if you were gone while it was bad, then you can stay gone while it's good.
That's right. Sheesh. Gonna have to put that on a shirt.
Well, whatever this is, I got like almost 500 of them. So,
hey, that's a start right there, Silas. Hell yeah! Hey, thank you, Wild Moonchild.
Look at the sombrero. Yeah. Moonchild brought the sombrero out.
Nick has a question for you. He wants to know, what state are you in, Silas?
So I'm in California.
Hey, what's the funnest, something fun that you've done since you've been out? Oh, hey, thank you, Wild Moon Child.
The funniest thing that I've done since I've been home. Wow. So for the NFC Championship game, my sister bought tickets to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, and there was a watch party for the Rams and Seahawks NFC Championship game because the actual game was played in Seattle. So we went there in the stadium and watched the game on the Jumbotron. And at halftime, we left because we went across the street to the Intuit Dome and watched the Clippers play the Brooklyn Nets. And my brothers and I actually got to sit in Magic Johnson's suite, and we watched the whole game from there. And that was probably the coolest experience that I had since I've come home. I mean, I've had a lot of cool firsts, but that day was just that day was amazing, man. What part of Cali am I from? I am from the San Fernando Valley, specifically Pacoima, California.
Girl Mama of Two wrote, have you at least went to a football game or a basketball game? If not, I owe you one, she writes.
Yeah, well, I went to a basketball game. I got to sit in the suite, like I just said, at the Intuit Dome. So yeah, I got to do that, and I got so that was a cool thing. No, for the NFC Championship game, it wasn't for the Super Bowl. What prison was I in? I paroled from Centinela.
Hey, Chad, thank you. Highly appreciate that fist pump, if you will.
792. I'm balling now, James. I'm in a new tax bracket now, man.
There it is, man. Hey, shout out to the viewers. You know, hey, they're really generous today.
Yes, absolutely. I thank you guys. Thank you guys for following through and spending time with us. You know, you could be somewhere else, but you're chilling with us and you know, tapping in with me and seeing what's up with me and checking on my progress, and I appreciate that more than I can say.
Hey, Amanda, she has.
Why was I single cell? Okay, why was I single cell? I actually, can I say that, James?
Just go for it. Let's see what happens.
I'm trying to think of a discreet way to say it.
So, like if you're gonna say like that you poked, I would say like that, you know, you grab one of those things from the kitchen that you use to you know, do your thing, and you know, the people will figure it out. What you're trying, the point you're trying to get across.
If anybody's ever seen the old black and white Alfred Hitchcock movie Psycho with the that's essentially what I did to my last cellmate. So yeah, that's why I was on single cell. Now, I was in multiple prisons. I was in North Kern Reception. I was in Salinas Valley, Tehachapi, Kern Valley, Corcoran Shoe, Kern Valley again, and ultimately Centinela.
Hey, Silas, and let me ask you, you know, because from speaking to you, it doesn't even seem like you're capable of doing something like that. And now that you're out, like, how are you able to keep that in check? Because obviously you have the capability of hurting somebody. You've taken somebody's life in the past. How do you keep yourself in check, you know, from allowing yourself to get to that point?
I think everybody has the potential. Everybody has the potential for violence, you know. I think it's just the decision. You know, some of us have inhibitors that, you know, that prevent us from doing things like that. And I didn't become the type of individual that could unalive somebody or poke somebody, 3 different individuals in prison. You know, there was a build up to that, you know. And just like there was a build up, there was a deceleration from that, you know. And so now, like, it's just consequential thinking, you know. I mean, I understand that there are consequences for my actions, and the question is, you know, are you willing to pay the bill, you know? And the things that I was willing to do in the past, in my youth and my stupidity, like, I'm not willing to do anymore, you know. And moreover, I don't want to be a person that harms people. I want to be a decent human being, whatever, and however that looks for me, and so that's kind of the things that I've done in my past, the pain that I've caused people and the pain that I've caused, especially the individual who I unalived, his family, is for me the inhibitor and the barrier that if I get to that point, that stops me, because I don't want to be that person. I don't want to cause that kind of pain ever again.
Thank you for answering that, Silas. And then Nick was asking a question. I'm not sure if you caught it.
What was the reason? Politics, gang politics. There was somebody who was basically outcast from the gang, and he was communicating with him, and I essentially counseled him about it, and he got smart with me. And for me, at that point in my life, that was enough. So yeah, so that's what it boiled down to. It's just stupid gangland politics, and really for me, if I'm being honest, which I am, gangland culture was never really something that like I never looked at those dudes like I love these guys, and these guys are like, for me it was all about ego and bravado. Like my old gang was an extension of myself, and so it was just, if you attacked me to them, I considered it like an attack on me, and so it was just like pride and ego basically, in my quest for power, that made me willing to go all out and do whatever I did, in the streets and in prison, so I mean, I couldn't sit here and say that there was a good reason why I harmed anybody as a gang member. It was either him or me, or I was involved in the riot in Corpus shooting, and that's different. You either get down or lay down. But that was the only time during my time in prison where I had to react, where I had to, I had to commit violence, because it ain't gonna be me. So besides that, I don't have a good reason, for committing violence on anybody, except for the fact that I was in turmoil. I was traumatized, and I was angry, and I was afraid, and so I wanted to unleash all that on anybody who came in my path.
And then a mama of two, she says, I don't know if he answered it, but also she's the one that was asking, for going to a game. She got you in the game, so I think shit. Hey, if you want to take him to a game, I would definitely slide into his DM, if you will.
Yeah, you can definitely hit me up. I'm down for a game. I'm a Philly fanatic, so I'm partial to Eagles games. So yeah, so cool thing, right? I'm actually going to the Philadelphia Phillies Dodger game over at Chavez Ravine. So my brother's taking me there. All three of us were gonna go and chill. So that'll be cool. But I still haven't caught a football game since I've been home.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I'm taking all invitations. So holler at me in my DMs.
And she also said I'm an Eagles fan too. She's asking, what's the most craziest thing you've ever seen in prison?
The craziest thing I've seen in prison, probably there was this sergeant in Salinas Valley, Knuckles, a white woman, and she was really disrespectful. And so she walked up to one of my former associates, and she locked him in the shower when he came back to the building from the kitchen. The yard went down. He sat in the shower for like an hour, and she came and opened the door and told him, "Okay, now take it in your cell." And he spent on her and like hit her probably as hard as I've seen anyone hit in my life, in her face, and broke her jaw. And she was out on her feet. As soon as his fist contacted her face, she was unconscious. And I've seen people unalived. I've seen 7 people unalived during my time in prison. You know, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. So, but it's sad to say, but you kind of get desensitized to that after a while because you see it so much. I've probably seen 60 or 70 people get poked on the yard, you know? So after a while, I mean, before when I started prison, it was like, to me, it was like, wow, I can't believe this, this is horrible. But, I went from that to watching somebody, get unalived on the yard. And I'm asking one of my homeboys about canteen, because you just get desensitized to it after a while. But that was early during my time in prison. And that was pretty shocking to me that even though she was disrespectful, that somebody would go that hard on a woman. That was like, I'm in a different place.
And she also writes, but a lot of guards deserve what they get because of how they are. Just saying.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of corruption. There's definitely a lot of disrespect for guards. There's a lot of abuse of power in CDCR, as with any law enforcement agency, And back in the day, I think it was a little bit different. They just did their 8 and hit the gate. They really didn't want to get involved with anything that was going on in prison. But now you have a culture of entitlement, with the correctional officers, and they're more corrupt. They bring in contraband, and they do all types of things, and I think they feel like they have the right because people now like me have action at coming home as before I didn't. They feel like, okay, you have something to lose now, so we can kind of rub your nose and then step on your toes. Whereas before, there was a fear factor, So, I mean, ultimately, like I truly believe that everything is as it should be, and ultimately, whether we're a decent human being or we're a rotten human being, we all get what we deserve in the end.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, so hey Silas, I know right now we just hit 10:10 right now. I gotta start packing, man. I'm pretty sure my wife is like, man, what are you doing? Like, you gotta start packing. Is your bags ready? So I'm gonna be heading out of town. So I probably won't be on for the next few days. For those of you that like to watch the parole hearings or the court hearings or these conversations with Silas, I am gonna be bringing my phone. I'm gonna check if I could do something with Silas while we're on the road, and because I'm gonna be out in the East Coast, if you will. But I will be running the court streams on YT. Those streams, I run those religiously on a daily basis, 24/7. And as a matter of fact, the next court is gonna be starting up at 11, but I won't be on for that one. But if you do want to catch it, you're more than welcome. And I'm sending you an invitation to jump on over to at Collect Call From on YT. I run those on a daily basis. Hey, thank you, Shawana. Highly appreciate you. I'll try, hopefully for sure we'll have a safe trip. And you guys know when I go out on these trips, I'll be dropping some videos of my experiences or whatnot, whatever I'm doing. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the little gifts you guys were sending me, Silas. And hey, thank you.
I appreciate the gift you guys sent me. Definitely. I appreciate you, Wild Moon Child, for tapping in with this. And I thank you guys for giving me a follow and for hanging out with us tonight. Shauna Claire, Kay, and everybody that joined us tonight and letting us share a little bit of our journey, because it's not just my journey, it's our journey. We all traveling together. We doing this together, and I hope you guys stay tapped in. And like I said, there's more to come.
And Silas, he's going to be a recurring guest member here at Collect Call From. You will be seeing more of him on here more often and whatnot. We're hopefully we're trying to set some things up in the background, and hopefully it works out, and you'll be seeing Silas do his thing, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. So anybody that wants to contact me, you can holler at me over on TikTok at From My Ashes 77, or over on Instagram at From My Ashes 77 as well. And you got any questions, comments? I'm an open book. You can holler at me, and I'll talk back.
For sure, for sure. Hey, like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, we're out. Buenas noches a ti.
Peace.
Hey, what's up, Uncle Cash? Hey, if you're the one that's still here, still watching, I appreciate you. All right, man. Have a good one.